The Bert Show. Spotlight on Kristen.
I think by taking care of our own mental health, you're not willing to put up with somebody who's toxic and will take a toll on your own mental health.
Bert, Kristen, Mo, and Abby on The Bert Show.
When your best friend turns out to be your frenemy. This is going to be the second time we are bringing this up in a week. It is entirely new concept for me. I thought frenemies were your second and third tier friends that you hung out with and everybody seems friendly, and then you find out one of them screwed you behind your back, right? I didn't know this could be a best friend thing.
It definitely can be a best friend thing. I don't think it happens super often. I think it's super devastating when it does happen. But the prime example is Scandival.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With Ariana, thought Rachel, whatever we're calling her these days, was her best friend, and she ended up sleeping with her boyfriend behind her back.
Were they best friends before this show started, or were they best friends after they met on set? Because that almost feels like two different things.
I think they were buddies when they met on set. But you don't just sleep with somebody's boyfriend that they live with when they've been together for 10 years. I think the frenemy thing is more common than people think. Kristen, I think you just have better friends. I think you have good taste in people, because I got trust issues for days.
So best friends have turned into just core frenemies.
These are sisters, man.
Yeah.
Okay, if this has happened to you, and we're going to bring our intern Haley in here in just a second because this happened to her as well. If your best friend turned out to be a frenemy, 1-855-BERT Show. In your case, this is really nasty, man.
Yeah, so it's like a classic case of full sabotage. I had been friends with this girl throughout high school and a little bit of college. We played volleyball together. Just to kind of give context, the type of person she was. We played volleyball and I won the MVP award. Not to toot my own horn, but I was good. She was not. And I couldn't even enjoy the award I won because she was crying the whole night that she didn't win an award. So that kind of vibe wasn't happy for me, whatever. So
there's your first big red flag there, right?
So I got out of a pretty bad relationship, and she said, well, now that you're out of this relationship, and I'd kind of been isolated from my friends, she said, why don't I introduce you to all my friends? You can kind of get some more friends, get a new friend group. And I was like, that's so nice of you. Absolutely. So she asked this one guy, can I bring my friend to your birthday party? He said, sure, sounds cool, whatever. I go. It was a great time. I liked everyone. I could tell, I could totally vibe with this friend group. This is so great. And she said, they really liked you. They want you to hang out more. And I was like, this is a perfect situation. Over the next couple weeks, she had just kind of been a little distant. I had hung out with them some more, but I could tell she was less and less eager to invite me and to ask them if I could come. And so I asked her about it one day, and she said, let's see, and I quote, this is from a text message.
Is literally quoting.
She's bringing
receipts.
Yeah. Your Honor, I have screenshots.
Yes. She goes, I introduced you to my friends so you would be able to hang out with me while I was with them because I knew you had no friends. Not to steal them away from me, and then them come to me and say, are you bringing Haley? That's all they ask. It feels like now they're using me to get you to come hang out.
What?
So after that, yeah.
Wow.
So immediately I was like, okay, so it's clear. The reason you introduced me to them, it became abundantly clear. You thought it would make you somehow feel better about yourself. You thought they would hate me or something. I can get along with everyone if I try hard enough. And so over the next couple of weeks, I quote unquote got over it. We made up, whatever. And then there was a Braves game her and I both got invited to with this friend group. I got there a little late because I had to work. And when I got there, she didn't look at me. She didn't talk to me. We had spent every day together, my best friend. And so I asked one of the guys sitting next to me, I said, is she okay? Is she good? And he goes, I don't know. When we were all walking in here together, she looked at me and she said, Haley sleeps with guys in the friend group for money.
No.
What? Yeah.
Not as a joke.
No, not as a joke. She was watch out for her. She's sleeping with people in our friend group.
So was it true?
For money.
Was it true?
No.
Herbert, how much money did you make?
I was wondering.
But that was my thing. I was even if I was,
would you take gift cards?
Respect my hustle. You're my friend, right?
In this economy?
Right. I was
how are you not sleeping with your friends for money?
I was I gotta do what I gotta do. No, and so after I was well, obviously I'm going to leave right now. I don't want to be here. And so I left.
So nothing was said at the game?
No. She didn't even look at me, didn't talk to me, nothing. She didn't notice that I left. And so after I left the game, 4 hours after the game, she texted me and she said, just no context. She just said, I'm sorry if I did anything to hurt you. And so I was like, what? So And so I text her back and I go, why do you think I'm hurt? Did you do or say something that would hurt me?
Look at you.
And she goes, no, I just noticed you left the game early. I said, yeah, I didn't feel like being at a baseball game where I had been advertised as a hooker by my best friend.
Oh, damn. Well played.
What she said,
Hey.
and her exact message back is, I was still a little mad about my friends liking you more than me, and I shouldn't
my
have
God.
said those things. When I'm mad, I say things I don't mean.
What?
No,
No,
that's
a
I was like, you don't just not mean that. That's just not true.
Psycho.
That's not saying things you don't mean. That's saying like, "Oh my God, I hate you so much. You're the worst
Right.
friend ever." That's a bold-faced lie,
Yeah.
spreading rumors and untrue gossip about somebody to
Damn.
hurt their reputation.
Yeah, I was so like after that I was like immediately I don't care if there's an apology. And so like I had multiple text messages like I'm so sorry, like I was just hurt, blah blah blah. And I tried to stay the bigger person through everything. I could have been like, I'm not the one who kind of made their way around the group, am I though? But I didn't say that. I said I'm just at a point in my life where I'm not entertaining relationships that aren't benefiting me and my goals, and I wish you the best. But
Good for you.
that friend group, I'm now going on 2.5 years with someone from that friend group, like in a relationship with them. They don't talk to her anymore. I'm invited to the weddings that are starting to happen. Like, she is not.
She did it to herself.
She's not talked to anymore.
And so you can't run into her because they're not even inviting her
Right,
anymore.
yeah.
Good- well,
That's
good for
everyone
you,
kind of
man.
slowly started to see the kind of person she was. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, thank
oh,
God.
true colors.
Psycho.
True colors.
Trash
Yeah.
takes itself out every single time.
Every time.
Good morning, Morgan. You are on the Bert Show. We're talking about frenemies that your best friends that turn out to be frenemies.
Yes. Oh my God, I love you guys. And
Thank you.
listen to you guys all the time. So I had a friend. This was like 2005. We were in 5th grade. I had known her since then. And then I had a kid young, about 10th grade. Her family was really close with me. I brought my baby over there all the time. And then we were drunk one night, and I saw her kiss my baby daddy, and they both were just like, "No, you didn't see that." But
Oh, where'd she
We
go?
lose her.
But what? But what?
Oh, we lost you there for a second.
It's her phone. It crapped out.
Oh no. Cliffhanger.
This one's going to shock you guys. Woo! This one's voice disguiser material. Hey, Amy, good morning. Your best friend turned out to be your frenemy. How did you know?
Oh, 100%. And I will give a forewarning. This is terrible. I got baptized at a very large church, mind you, as well. Very public. My best friend, her husband, my husband, and myself, they were bigger drinkers than I was then, and they wanted to go out and have a celebratory beer for my baptism. Thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, okay, that's fine, let's go. So about 7 o'clock that night, we went, and my best friend, we will call her Chastity, she ordered pineapple upside down cake shooters. And I'm like, well, okay, I can just have one. And I had a beer. And I had gone to the bathroom. I came back. My husband's still over there with them. Chastity is always free spirit. So
Salute.
she's back and forth, and our shooters are sitting right at the end of the bar. And I noticed my shooter looked just a little different. It looked like as if it was like stirred up or not all like separated like my husband's and my best friend, her husband's. Well, I'm with great company. I'm at our local bar. No big deal, right? Take the shot. Within about an hour and a half, I was tripping my balls off. The one thing I remember was asking the police how long it took for someone to put them together because I thought they were Lego, like police.
She drugged
I
you?
was in the hospital. She did. I was in the hospital and had to get my stomach pumped. And about 3 years after that, I had already had a sneaky suspicion. My husband did too. And so I started breaking that relationship off best I could because we all had, our kids have grown up together. And she lived in the same neighborhood. I could see her house from my front porch, at that time. So, about 3 years after that of just slowly trying to break that, best friend. I mean, she was my ride or die, y'all. I mean, I'm talking anything and everything, we were there. And she came clean one night and said that they were in hopes that I would be more lenient with myself and my husband and share a bed with her and her husband.
Okay, hold on a second.
They
Hold on.
wanted a threesome.
I want to take this whole thing in. No, it's foursome, right?
Oh, foursome.
Yeah, so
swingers.
the night of your baptism, she drugged you in order to have a foursome with your husband and them.
Yes.
But she put too much drugs in your pineapple up-down shot that you ended up in the hospital getting your stomach pumped.
I did.
Basically, Holy Communion.
Did your husband know?
He did not, and he came from a very militant background and was angry to say the least, and believe in the right to bear arms, and didn't make the best exit when we found out for sure. But it was that is when I heard the frenemy thing, I was like, oh, I have to call him.
Yes,
you did.
Yeah, you ended this segment. There's nothing going to come in more shocking than yours.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it. Wow.
Wow, I'm like, my best friend just said something
Yeah.
bad about me.
You just got called a hook.
I know.
What are you
I'm like,
complaining about?
she just said that I was making a lot of money. Really? I don't know.
Said you were a good entrepreneur.
Right.
It was actually a compliment.
I'm a businesswoman, okay?
Entertainment Buzz is next.
Hey, if that listener is still listening, please email me, abby@thebertshow.com. I want you on the breakup breakdown. I'll put you on the voice disguiser. All right, this A-lister is being called a sex addict after the trailer for her new flick just dropped. I'll tell you all about J-Lo's new film on your next E-Buzz on The Bert Show.
Mornings were meant for The Bert Show. Wakes you up, clears out the cobwebs. Caffeine helps too. The Bert Show. Real